Today on the UOFanatic Podcast, we will be covering the latest happenings across the resort, and then going into a deep dive about the OG, the first on-site resort hotel, Loews Portofino Bay Hotel.
Hello? This is Jonah Jameson. Roger, over. Is this thing on?
My name is Angus, and I am a UOFanatic. Welcome to the show. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review on your platform of choice by searching UOFanatic, also on YouTube. Follow along and continue the conversation at UOFanaticPod on Twitter as well. Before we dive in, let's talk about some news. Epic Universe officially celebrated its one-year anniversary on May 22nd, 2026. While Universal did not announce special commemorative events, the park has had a massive economic impact. Universal revealed $44 billion in overall economic impact for the project as a whole, and $2 billion just in the past year from Epic Universe alone. The company's combined 11,000 hotel rooms in Orlando are reportedly full most days. To mark the anniversary, Universal confirmed that Captain Cacao, the beloved candy shop mascot who became one of Epic Universe's surprise breakout stars, began meeting guests in Celestial Park starting May 22nd. The announcement triggered enthusiastic social media reactions. People love Captain Cacao. Universal officially launched its summer 2026 lineup, which started on May 23rd, running through August 10th. The seasonal offerings include the Spielberg Summer Blockbusters limited time exhibit, Jaws and Minions experiences, and the return of the Mega Movie Parade. At City Walk, the Red Coconut Club is hosting Retro Nights on select evenings through July 18th, an 80s and 90s overlay with arcade games, throwback DJ sets, and photo ops. A summer music series begins June 20th with live band performances every Saturday night through August 15th. Universal is having a sale for the locals. Florida residents can get a second day free on a one-day park-to-park ticket and save up to 25% on hotel stays this summer. The Universal Studios Horror Makeup Show underwent a temporary closure beginning May 12th to make way for a reimagined experience. It is set to reopen later this year with an updated show that will showcase a mix of classic and modern horror properties, while retaining the comedic and irreverent spirit fans know and love. I have faith Universal won't screw up this beloved show. I am cautiously optimistic. Lost Continent demolition is accelerating. The Mystic Fountain, one of the Lost Continent's most beloved interactive features, known for joking and interacting with guests since 1999, permanently closed. Its closure marks another major step in Universal's confirmed plans to demolish and replace the Lost Continent entirely. Mythos will be closing sometime in 2027 as part of this as well. Pour one out. Active demolition crews have now begun physically tearing apart the former Sinbad Theater, and construction walls have expanded throughout the area. The once iconic structure's skyline is visibly changing. Permit filings tracked by theme park fans on X suggest construction actively in the Lost Continent could extend through May 27. The most heavily rumored replacement is a Pokemon-themed land, with fans pointing to Nintendo's presence at Epic Universe as a signal of Universal's expanding gaming IP ambitions. We also know Universal has announced that all their resorts will be getting some sort of Pokemon presence, so stay tuned. Thunder Falls Terrace in Jurassic Park at Islands of Adventure will close this summer to undergo a transformation into a new full-service signature restaurant, reportedly to eventually serve as a replacement for Mythos. A $6 million permit has been filed for the interior overhaul. A lot of speculation is that this will become Hammond's, which is something they did in Beijing. Construction on Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift is moving quickly, with the first segments of track now installed around the load station. Concrete footers are being set and supports are going vertical, with the coaster expected to open in 2027 in the New York area of Universal Studios, Florida. Sound the alarm. On May 20th, the HHN Orlando and Hollywood Twitter accounts released a cryptic teaser with only the date 5/21/26, building anticipation overnight. The next day, Sinners was officially announced as a haunted house coming to both Universal Orlando and Universal Studios Hollywood. Set in 1930s Mississippi, the house takes guests to Club Juke as the smokestack twins fend off bloody-thirsty vampires. Guests will encounter characters including Sammy, Mary, Annie, Pearline, and Cornbread caught up in the deadly struggle between the twins Smoke and Stack and Remic's vampire horde. Sinners is an Academy Award-winning film from writer-director Ryan Coogler and became the highest-grossing original horror film ever made, earning over $370 million globally. Just now as I'm recording this, Horror Nights Nightmares just dropped version 4 of their spec map. Honestly, they must have been locked in early this year because not much has really changed. The only thing I would really point out is that the lipstick icon now looks like it has a DNA symbol rather than a hazardous material symbol. So the BizCon connection may have been wrong, and now I'm really confused because I'm not sure what to do with lipstick and I don't know, maybe mutations? It's really all I got on this one. All right, let's get into our main topic. The Loews Portofino Bay Hotel opened in September of 1999 as the resort's first on-site hotel themed after the Italian Riviera. Loews Portofino Bay Hotel is designed to provide a tranquil, upscale escape that meticulously simulates the atmosphere of a seaside village on the Italian Riviera. It emphasizes the concept of the sweet life, la dolce vita, offering a refined and immersive environment that serves as a quiet respite from the high-energy Universal theme parks. The resort is built around the Harbor Piazza, a wide cobblestone waterfront area filled with gently bobbing boats that serve as the property's social and visual center. To enhance the Mediterranean feel, the architecture utilizes trompe l'oeil. Sorry, I'm so bad at this. Painting techniques, which uses optical illusions to create the appearance of three-dimensional depth ornate windows and aged masonry on flat facades. The layout features labyrinthine interior alleys and quaint courtyards, encouraging guests to explore as they would in a coastal European town. Defining part of the hotel's feel is its acoustic branding. Every evening at sunset, the Musica della Notte performance takes place where classically trained vocalists sing opera and popera, favorites from balconies overlooking the harbor. This music is strategically used to mask the ambient noise of the surrounding theme parks, reinforcing the psychological sense of being in a secluded harbor. The resort is both elegant and romantic. The combination of harborside dining, evening serenades, and Italian-inspired events like Harbor Nights creates an atmosphere often described as romantic and sophisticated, making it a favorite for adults and couples. While it's the most traditionally luxurious hotel in the Universal Signature Collection, the feel is ambient elegance that remains approachable. Guests are as welcome in the marble-adorned lobby in a bathing suit as they are in a business suit. It feels both isolated and peaceful because it's geographically insulated at the edge of the Universal campus. It's one of the few theme park hotels that can make guests forget that they are in Central Florida, as roller coasters and neon signage are generally not visible from the property. Compared to sister properties like the Hard Rock Hotel, which has a high-energy rock and roll vibe, or the Royal Pacific Resort, which offers a lush, tropical Polynesian feel, Portofino Bay is consistently identified as the most serene and peaceful option in the Universal lineup. Last year, the facade of Portofino Bay finished a multi-year refurbishment, so the resort has never looked better than it does right now. It's absolutely gorgeous. In addition to the typical on-site benefits offered to a hotel guest like transportation, early park entry, room key charging privileges, merchandise delivery services, you get a couple of extra perks at this Signature Collection resort. The sexiest perk of all, this is one of the 3 resorts that offer unlimited express at the legacy theme parks. I have to point out immediately this does not apply to Epic Universe, nor do I expect it ever will apply to Epic Universe. However, you do have complete and unlimited express pass at both Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure using your hotel room key. This is an amazing perk, and when we start talking about pricing, make sure you remember that. Additionally, you get a minimum of 2 days from this benefit as your check-in and check-out date are both included. There are even strategies based on paying for a room that nobody will even stay at in order to pick up express passes for 2 days cheaper than buying them outright. We will obviously cover this strategy at another time, but today is Portofino Bay's day to shine. Additionally, the Signature Collection resorts have priority seating at a lot of the full-service restaurants. This means you can essentially jump the line at some of these places for standby guests, excluding reservations. Not talked about enough, this is a great perk. Portofino Bay has 750 guest rooms plus 45 suites for a grand total of 795 rooms. The standard guest rooms come with two options, Bay View or Garden View. These rooms are 450 square feet. While these are the smallest rooms here, these are the largest standard guest rooms you will find on property. The deluxe guest rooms are the next level up, and here you get a little bit more space at 490 square feet. Club level uses the same size and layout as the deluxe guest rooms, but also has concierge access, nightly turn-down service, and of course access to the club lounge. All of these rooms come with either one king or two queens, although I do believe all of the club level only have two queens. They can accommodate up to 5 guests with a rollaway bed for an additional cost in the two queen option, 3 guests maximum in a king bed layout. The bathroom is sectioned off so that someone can be showering, and 2 sinks out in the open and a toilet on the opposite side, doors on the shower, and toilet sections for privacy. In my head, I couldn't find a better way to say that. I hope you can forgive me. Rooms include the typical offerings you'd expect: a safe, toiletries, hairdryer, iron and board, free Wi-Fi, small fridge. Oh, and the coffee machine is a standard Keurig, so you can bring your own from home pretty easily. There's a desk and plenty of outlets and some USB sockets. Could use some more, especially with the world moving to mostly USB-C, but it is functional. They also have Despicable Me Kids Suites that are 650 square feet, have a king bed and 2 twin beds, and a maximum occupancy of 5. They are highly themed, your kids will love them, and they have their own little room off of the main guestway entry. Additionally, there are a variety of suites as well. Portofino Suites at 900 square feet, Villa Suites starting at 1,110 square feet, Hospitality Suites starting at 1,370 square feet, and if that wasn't enough, a Governator and Presidente Suite at 2,265 square feet and 2,275 square feet, respectively. This hotel is pet friendly, up to 2 pets per room. This is not my area of expertise, so if you want more information, I would call the hotel directly at 407-503-1000, or reach out to me and I'll get more information for you. Parking costs. Overnight guest self-parking will cost you $36 per vehicle, and valet will cost $45 per vehicle. Day parking guests will pay $53 to self-park and $56 per vehicle for valet. If you are staying for less than 30 minutes, you can park for free. Check-in time for the resort is officially 4 p.m., but you can check in as early as 7 a.m. and pick up your room key and run off to the theme parks with your Express Pass perk. Checkout time is 11 a.m., and you can do so via the in-room TV, online chat, Universal Orlando mobile app, or visiting the front desk. Taxes are high in Orlando at 12.5%. That is definitely a regional thing, and all of the hotels have this tax, both on-site and off-site. I'm just mentioning it because 12.5% will add up quickly. You can cancel your reservation for 100% refund up until 6 days before. Any cancellation after that will cost one night's stay. If you ever find yourself in that position, call and talk to them. They have a great customer service, and if you have a really good excuse, you may find them very accommodating. The hotel is located at 5601 Universal Boulevard, Orlando, Florida. You can contact the whole hotel directly, as I just mentioned, at 407-503-1000. I'm going to mention the fax number because it's a little known secret that this is a great way to communicate any hotel preferences a week before your stay. That fax number is 407-503-3010. Universal Superstar Shuttle can be used for transportation between Orlando International Airport and the Universal Orlando Resort hotels, with fees applying. Guests may inquire about this booking service by calling 800-823-4733 prior to your arrival at Orlando International Airport. Also, keep in mind this location is about a 20-minute Uber ride. Superstar Shuttle might be a good option for larger families or small children requiring a booster seat. And of course, maybe you have too much luggage with you. But anyway, it's a good and value-priced option. For guests who need to rent a mobility scooter during your stay, Universal has 4 preferred vendors allowed to deliver equipment on hotel property without you even being present. And it's Buena Vista Rentals, BP Mobility, Scooter Bug, and Apple Scooter. They do have pack-and-play cribs that are complimentary, and an additional charge of $55 per extra adult applies for more than 2 adult guests per room. Maximum occupancies may require a rollaway bed, and rollaway beds are available on a first-come, first-served basis for $35 per day, and only one rollaway can be purchased per room. In addition to the standard bus transportation, which does include Epic and Volcano Bay, there is a water taxi. While there are 3 other resorts with water taxi service, there is nothing like returning to the Portofino Bay Resort for the first time because of the way the resort gets revealed under that final overpass to the resort. If it's at night, you might audibly gasp. It is that good. This transportation also matches the vibe of the resort. It's classy and laid back. Walking is always an option as well. While 0.7 miles seems manageable, some underestimate this walk mostly because so much of the first half of that walk has little sun cover. On your way to City Walk, you will pass the Hard Rock Hotel at the near halfway point. The Garden Walk happens to go right beyond the Hard Rock Hotel dock as well. My personal method is starting from Portofino Bay. While I'm walking toward the boat dock, I can tell if there looks like a good amount of people are there and take note of whether I see a boat is coming or going. In other words, can I get on this boat easily? If the answer happens to be no, then I walk past it up to the Garden Walk. As I approach the Hard Rock Hotel dock, I do the same exercise, either getting on there or continuing on with my walk. I treat the Hard Rock Hotel like a sister resort if I am staying here, and I'll sometimes make my way over there for food and or drinks as an example. It really is easy going between these 2 hotels in using their amenities. If you are using the water taxi or are walking, you have a much easier security experience than other guests. At the boat dock is a screening line for the water taxi. Once beyond that point, you are considered inside the security zone and will not have to be screened when arriving at City Walk. If you're walking at the end of the path to City Walk, there is a small security screening location dedicated to just those entering from that Garden Walk. It's a little easier and definitely not busy. Bus service is excellent to Epic Universe and Volcano Bay, and less so in regard to the bus going to City Walk. I would recommend using the buses only when weather forces the water taxi to halt operations. During inclement weather, they will step up that City Walk bus operation. You can find the buses just to the left of the main entrance. You walk outside and you'll see a passage to your left where there is a driveway loop where the buses enter and exit. And I'm talking about the main lobby entrance. This resort has more dining options than I think any other hotel in the lineup. They have Mama Della's Restaurante. The operating hours are 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. You're always welcome at Mama's. Take a seat and enjoy a menu of authentic dishes from Tuscany, Naples, and Piemonte. Plus family dining, house specialties like Insalata Mama Della and the best lasagna this side of Sicily. Complement your meal with an extensive wine list and save some room for coffee, tiramisu, and cannoli. The Resort Casual Restaurant is a solid option for Italian food if you're staying here. The interior is themed to simulate a rustic, traditional kitchen environment, aligning with the resort's overall goal of architectural and sensory displacement. A defining feature of the atmosphere is the strolling musicians, often a 3-person team, who circulate through the dining rooms. They perform classic Italian folk tunes, take guest requests, and provide sweet sounds that contribute to a romantic and lively ambiance. Or, if you're like me, an awkward situation, right? Reservations can be made by calling 407-503-3463 or online using Resi. Trattoria del Porto features seaside Italian cuisine with a modern twist. This restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can dine inside the main restaurant or outdoors overlooking the harbor piazza and picturesque Portofino Bay. With the casual warmth of a neighborhood restaurant, Trattoria del Porto is a great choice for every member of the family. Bon appetito. Reservations can be made by calling 407-503-DINE or online via Resi. Sal's Market Deli. Just steps away from the harbor, this local market features the warmth of a neighborhood delicatessen. Choose from Italian staples like handmade pizzas, sandwiches, salads, meats, cheeses, and fresh fruit. Enjoy your meal with a glass of wine or Italian beer inside. Picnic outside on the piazza or place your order to go for a quiet night in. Don't sleep on this if you're staying here. This little place is a gem. It serves lunch and dinner. It functions as a versatile pit stop for guests, whether they're grabbing coffee and pastries before heading to the parks or picking up a hot pizza to take back to their room or the pool. Guests can choose to eat inside the deli or sit outside on the harbor piazza, allowing them to enjoy the waterfront atmosphere in a less formal setting than the resort's sit-down restaurants. Splendido Bar and Grill. Relax in your lounge chair and let your meal come to you. Enjoy a menu of pizzas, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more with poolside delivery service or standard table service. Stay cool with artisan popsicles and novelty ice cream bars or satisfy your sweet tooth with cookies and brownies. Then toast a day well spent with a sea of specialty drinks. Splendido serves lunch and dinner, and the bar tends to be open beyond the pool hours. Splendido serves as a functional and laid-back anchor for the beach pool, emphasizing ease and comfort for guests spending their day outdoors. Great escape from the sun while still being present when you've had enough, but your family has not. The Gelateria. Indulge in a time-honored Italian tradition with creamy artisan gelato by the bay. Enjoy decadent milkshakes, sundaes, and more. Unlike the larger high-traffic dining areas, the Gelateria is a smaller, focused space. Its immersive quality is enhanced by the sense of fresh pastries and sweets, which are noted to lure guests inside. The Gelateria serves as two different functions. In the morning, the vibe is that of a continental breakfast cafe, offering a quiet spot for cereal, pastries, seasonal fruit parfaits, and breakfast sandwiches. In the afternoons and evenings, it transforms into a traditional dessert destination. Shop hours are Monday through Friday, 3 to 10, and Saturdays and Sundays, noon until 10. If you're looking for the sweet life on a budget, between 3 and 4 p.m. is a happy hour of sorts where guests can enjoy a large gelato for the price of a small. Pice Ristorante offers northern Italian cuisine and superb service in an elegant atmosphere. Fresh pasta is rolled daily to create the authentic menu of exquisite dishes, seafood fettuccine to veal scallopini and beyond. Don't forget to save room. A pastry chef crafts decadent desserts like tiramisu and limoncello cheesecake each day. This is the property's most refined table service option, characterized by an upscale atmosphere and attentive service. To maintain this tone, the restaurant enforces a minimum dress code, specifically requesting that guests avoid swimwear, beachwear, and flip-flops. The location overlooks the harbor piazza, providing spectacular waterfront views. It's a premier choice for guests wanting to watch the sunset or enjoy the nightly Musica della Notte opera performances while they dine. This is a great opportunity for a wonderful date night, even if you are not staying at the resort. Operating hours are 5:30 p.m. till 10 daily. Reservations are recommended and can be made by calling 407-503-1415 or online via Open Table. Thirsty Fish. Watch the sunset over the bay at this casual waterfront bar located on the harbor piazza. The interior is defined by its dark wood and inviting feeling. If you've ever been in the Northeast, we have a lot of seaside bars that have this exact vibe, areas like Newburyport in particular. Unwind and catch up with family as you sip and snack. You'll find champagne, beer, wine, cocktail menus, as well as assaggini of shrimp, hummus, meats, and cheeses. Great seating outside by the bay if weather permits. Offers live entertainment on select nights, and the bar is open 5 p.m. till midnight every night. And additionally, Portofino Bay does offer 24-hour room service as well. There are 3 pools at this resort: the beach pool, the villa pool, and the hillside pool. The beach pool is the featured pool of the resort. This is where the slide is, Splendidos, the pool bar is, and so forth. The beach pool is the ideal place for the family to spend the day together. This lively pool area features a Roman aqueduct-themed water slide, a sandy beach, adjacent children's pool, 2 jacuzzis, and 3 colorful beach cabanas. For a bit more exclusivity, the Serene Villa Pool offers additional amenities including private cabana rentals and upgraded lounge chairs. The cabanas include a ceiling fan, refrigerator, phone, and plasma TV. The third swimming pool, the hillside pool in the hotel's east wing, offers a bit more privacy for a quiet place to relax by the water. Most poolside activities will be at the beach pool, and activities may include ping pong tournaments, water balloon tosses, pool basketball, hula hoop contests, bocce ball, and arts and crafts. Check with the front desk to find out what's going on during your stay. Unless you want to rent a cabana, I personally would always choose the beach pool over the others, no matter where my room is located. They almost have an almost hidden huge hot tub with a waterfall. It's my favorite hidden gem of the resort. If you feel the need for quiet, choose either of the other pools closest to your room, but this is where I'll be. They have a variety of different entertainment options here at the hotel. They have the Game Not Over is the name of the game room at the resort and is located near the beach pool. Here you can blast and zap your way through the latest video games. Stay in your fit zone. Even on vacation, hotel guests can enjoy the complimentary state-of-the-art fitness center. The fitness center is also located near that beach pool, actually right next door to the game room. You can find treasured souvenirs at La Cora, La Memories de Portofino, and the Universal Studios store. Lancora is an exclusive shop offering the most popular souvenirs from our theme parks. Your favorite characters are captured in the form of t-shirts, hats, plush toys, and more. This shop is at ground level on the west side of the piazza next to the Thirsty Fish. La Memories de Portofino offers Mediterranean-style souvenirs, Loews Portofino Bay Hotel logo apparel, sundries, sunglasses, wine glasses, and even luggage. You can find this shop just beyond the check-in desk in the main lobby. I don't think the Universal Studios store needs any discussion, but you can find it at ground level out by the piazza on the east wing. I have mentioned Musica della Notte. It's every evening at sunset, weather permitting. Harbor Piazza comes alive with a choral celebration inspired by the romance and charm of Italy. Catch this impressive performance of classic opera, festive melodies, and popera to end your night on a high note. This is something you should make the time for. It's just such a lovely experience. This is the perfect time to get an outdoor table and a glass of wine at the Thirsty Fish. Prior to the pandemic, Portofino had a spa that offered massages and the like. It does feel like a miss that such a relaxing resort no longer has this offering. It's not something I liked, but my wife sure enjoyed it, and I do wish they would bring it back. Portofino Bay is a very large, sprawling resort. If you hate large resorts, then this might not be the hotel for you. You can think of the Harbor Piazza as the resort's central hub, rather than the hotel lobby as it is in most cases. In fact, the average guest will never see the lobby again other than checking in and checking out. There are 3 distinct buildings that make up the resort surrounding the harbor. The main building contains the lobby at the 3rd floor, and here you'll find the front desk, the concierge, the vacation planning desk, La Memories de Portofino, which is the small gift shop, the Avis rental car counter, and the club lounge. There is no club level at this resort. The club rooms are scattered throughout, and the lounge is off the lobby area. I don't love this. There's a reason club levels feel special, and it's usually because it's close to your room. Anyway, I don't think it's a showstopper, but club level is lesser here than at the other resorts, at least in my opinion. The main building is where the hospitality and villa wings are located. They sprawl off the lobby area, creating a sort of courtyard in between. This resort has so many courtyards or piazzas, it will take you quite a bit of exploring to really understand the layout. And the villa pool sits between these 2 wings. The east wing building is the longest wing and has the potential to be really far from all the things you want to be near. This would be a great location if you're really spending a lot of time at the resort, but if you're the typical theme park fan, This can be quite inconvenient. If you happen to be here towards the very end of this building, there is the hillside pool. If you're a walker, there's also a path here to take you directly to the garden walk. So not all losers here, but you may have to walk around the harbor to get to the water taxi dock. The West Wing, on the other hand, is the best location if you are a theme park fan. This is closest to the water taxi dock and not too far from the restaurants as well. Beyond the water taxi dock is the garden walk heading towards the Hard Rock Hotel and eventually City Walk. The featured pool, the beach pool, is between this wing and the Villa wing. Very convenient location. The only downside is this wing has a shop and the Thirsty Fish at the closest section to the lobby, meaning in inclement weather you will have to duck and dodge coming or going to the lobby area or other restaurants. This is absolutely my preferred location, and if you have an opportunity to request a location prior to your trip, I would ask for the West Wing. Looking for all of 2026, it seems like you can get this resort as low as $299 a night and as high as $963. The more likely scenario is you'll be spending between $400 and $500 a night typically. The opening of Epic Universe also introduced a major increase in all the resort categories, but particularly in the Signature Collection. September is a particularly good month to find the lowest rates, but if you can be flexible, you can find those rates at different times of the year. As we wind down this topic, let me highlight what makes this a great choice for your Universal Orlando vacation. The most obvious choice is it's often the lowest priced hotel with the unlimited Express Pass benefit. This can save you a ton for a family of 4 if you are going to be buying Express. The resort has a lot of dining options, and Italian cuisine is typically welcome to unadventurous and adventurous eaters alike. You have plenty of transportation options here with bus, water taxi, and walking, all valid options for you. This is probably the most relaxing resort out of the 11 on-site hotels. If you plan accordingly, you might actually go home feeling like you've been on a vacation. And theme park fans know that that is an anomaly. Where else could you see an opera singer nightly while you're sipping a glass of wine? The resort is huge, but it's only 750 guest rooms, so you shouldn't feel crowded at any time you're here at this resort. This can be such a great retreat after fighting the crowds all day at the theme parks. While my opinion fluctuates, I can comfortably say that this is one of my 2 favorite resorts here in Orlando. You'll have to wait to hear what the other one is. That's how teasers work, everybody. Anyway, now we can wrap this up. That is going to do it for this episode of the UOFanatic Podcast. So let me ask you, have you ever stayed at the Portofino Bay Hotel? Do you want to? I would love to know. Please comment on Twitter to @UOFanaticPod or leave a comment to UOFanatic on YouTube. While we're on the topic, please like and subscribe on your podcast platform of choice. I would also really appreciate it if you spread the word about the show or share an episode on social media. I really would appreciate your support. Speaking of support, if you would like to support the show, please consider allowing me to assist you and book your Universal vacations. I am an authorized Universal Orlando Resort specialist with decades of experience at touring the Universal Orlando Resort. Remember, my service costs nothing to you. It's absolutely free. I am paid for by Universal Destinations. Find out more at UOFanatic.com, where you can fill out a short form on the right sidebar to let me know how to get in touch with you about your Universal Orlando vacation. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
Guess that wraps things up. You guys did all right. But don't give up your day job. Say cheese. See you later.
Congratulations, you're heroes. I knew it all the time.